museum setting, we look at things differently than we do when they're out in the world. When we sit on a chair, we don't even think about it at all, right? Unless it's uncomfortable. That's the only time we probably think about the chair that we're sitting in. But here at a museum, you're looking at the chair and you have the opportunity to think about like, well, why are chairs the way they are? I'm Abby Lyle. I'm an associate professor in civil, environmental, and architectural engineering at CU Boulder. My expertise is in structural engineering, so how we build things to be safe or perform the function that we want them to perform.
What I loved about weaving is weaving really takes ideas and organizes them. It can take pieces of fabric or pieces of material that might not be so strong, and when you put it together, it becomes a very strong woven material. My name's Elizabeth Morissette, and I'm a weaver and a basket maker. I use a lot of found objects in my work and have been doing it for about 25 years.
Bamboo has a lot of potential as a building material. In fact, it's been used for a long time. You know, some of the traditional huts in Asia were made out of bamboo. It's very strong and it's lightweight, so its strength to weight ratio is really high, and so that gives it a lot of potential.
Well, with bamboo, you need to weave it immediately. As soon as you harvest it, you need to use it. This chair would have been done when it was green and the bamboo was pliable and then allowed to dry anywhere from 2 weeks to a whole month before it was actually dry enough for somebody to sit on it.
What they've done is take stalks of bamboo, create these strips, but then the strip by itself, imagine if I just took the strip and I pushed on it, it's just gonna break or buckle out or something. And so I'm trying to use what that strip is good at, which is pretty strong in tension, and arrange it in a way that it can now hold my weight.
I'm going to show you the basic way of weaving, which is used in this chair. So imagine these are bamboo sticks. You're going to take two and you're going to put them like that. That's going to be your warp. And then you're going to take your weft and you're going to go over and under the warp strings to make a strong fabric that ultimately will be strong enough for a person to sit on, like that.
I think the unique characteristics here are that bamboo is a very sustainable material. It grows really fast. You can build with a lot of different things with bamboo, and so you're able to get kind of that woven characteristic, but with a very natural, kind of open look.
Since bamboo is a natural material, it's going to have an organic look to it. And so this craftsman took a lot of time to make sure all of these strips were exactly the same size, exactly the same width. And that's what makes it beautiful, is that attention to detail. And it probably also helps with the design. Another thing you notice, the bottom part of this chair is essentially a Japanese fish basket turned upside down and then attached to the chair. And that's what gives it its strength. Japanese fish basket has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and definitely part of the character of what Noguchi was trying to go for, using sustainable processes and also using Japanese craftsmen to do this work.
One of the things that bamboo allows the artist to do in the case of this chair is get a more rounded shape, and that is because of the way the bamboo is woven together. So you can imagine there's other materials, think about steel that you see, and it tends to be pretty straight lined, or concrete. We see really kind of stark edges. But in bamboo, because of how it's woven together, they're able to get this rounded shape, which is different from a lot of chairs, and I think that's part of the appeal.
What I love about this chair is, in a world where so many things are made by machine, you can tell this is made by hand.
It looks pretty comfortable to me.